Hello Monster Slaughter backers, we got something special in the mailbox yesterday and I thought you might want to check it out for yourselves. So here it is, our first copy of Monster Slaughter. Let's check it out.
Before I open this though, I want you to keep in mind that some of the elements you're about to see here on final and have been modified for production, obviously. You'll also get your box shrink wrapped, and if you flip it to the other side, see lots of contents inside. That baby weighs about 3 kilos. So you get this bottom flyer summing up all the contents you're about to see. English for the English version, French for the French version, obviously. So let's put this aside and let's crack it open, shall we? There we go. Of course, I've already opened it, so some stuff might have moved inside. So first thing you'll notice, we've actually added this customized cardboard box with the Monster Slaughter logo inside, which actually looks pretty neat if you ask me. And then underneath this, you'll get the actual cabinet itself without the walls, obviously. And again, customized with our own logo. So let's open this box now. This huge one containing most of the stuff. Let's go. Here we are. All right, obviously, as I just told you, I've already opened it. It's not totally final, so that's what some of the stuff has moved. So inside you'll find 3 trays. The first one holding the outside board, which comes in 4 pieces. I'll show you this in a few seconds, as well as all the walls that you'll be using, both for the toolshed expansion and also for the main cabinet itself. So let's set it up. As you can see here, the cabin fits perfectly on the middle of the outside board, which again has been updated since the Kickstarter campaign. Building the cabin itself is really easy, just takes up a few seconds. But we've also added these small numbers that you might have seen, just to keep track of every connections for the first time you'll be playing the game. You can also notice here that this wall here is a little longer than it's supposed to be, and obviously this has been corrected as well for the actual production. Well, there you have it. Your board is set up, your very own Monster Slaughter cabin. Who knows what might happen here? All right, getting back on the trays here. Let's set this one aside because we don't need it for now. And there we go. And have a look at the second tray now. This one holds 31 minis, the gaming cards related to these minis, 10 dice, obviously I'm missing a few here for some reason, and also the doors. Okay, so let's have a look at these. I actually cheated and pre-opened these. All right, and hopefully you can see them clear. So I got Bob, Tom, Brittany, Laika, and way too many cards to actually show you the whole thing. Hopefully it still looks good on camera though. Colors are really sharp as well. Everything looking good. Alien weapons, vampire weapons as well. The mummy set as well. So basically everything you see here holds no exclusives at all. All the exclusives are in the third tray actually. So let's set this second one open. Like the sound of that, so many cards. Containing vampire cards, werewolves, golems, zombies obviously, the maniacs, the aliens, which look pretty good also, the mummies. You get all the bonus action cards as well. Some of them have actually been suggested by backers. Thanks again for this. The traps of the game, and also the night events. Fusion, Copycat, Frenzy, you know most of them. By now I'm pretty sure you just want to see all the minis. Obviously we'll be uploading pics online for you to check them out. But let's bring out a few on screen here. Let's check out the werewolf kit, for instance. Again, the yellow bases for the final production. Let's bring out one of the surprise guests. This one popped out earlier, so yeah. Looking sharp as well. Laika, that you might have seen painted in one of our previous updates as well. Let's have a look at the last tray. I'm just going to put this one aside for a few seconds. Yeah, there we go. And there you have it, the tray containing all the exclusives, which again, do look nice. So you have the gaming cards as well for all the exclusives. So the clowns, the ghosts, look at these cards, actually updated cards as well. The Swamp Things, the Critlins. Obviously for this one, for this family, sorry, you have 5 cards instead of 3 because the gameplay is different. Some more traps, some more bonus actions, as well as some more night events. And let's have a look at the second deck of cards. holding all the gaming cards obviously for the exclusives, as well as the alternative versions, the different powers here, which you get to learn more about in the rulebook obviously, but you've seen most of these online. This character is pretty good. So yeah, this one was offered for free if you remember this correctly. So of course more weapon sets to defeat all these families as well, so I'm just going to shuffle these real quick so they can get a glimpse of how awesome it looks. And there you have it. Was the second deck of cards. More minis as well. As you can see here as well, we are missing a few cubes. Obviously you get all of them in your actual box. And all these minis. Let's have a look at one crit in, for instance. Sharp, detailed, everything looking good. We're really happy with it. Let's have a look at the Ghost family here as well, for instance. Obviously they are transparent as promised. And they're looking really good as well. Yep, some of them are bigger obviously, but you already know this. And the last mini unlocked during the campaign obviously. This little cute furball. Now that we've checked out all the minis, there's still plenty of stuff to see underneath it. So, putting this one aside as well. So this is something that you get to read for yourself. This was another way to thank you all, and also again this cool illustration. This is another surprise that we got for you, so you have to wait to actually receive your game to see what's on the other side. Let's have a look at the rulebook first. Obviously you might have seen this online or read it even, but I can assure you a lot of time and thoughts have been put into this to make everything as clear as possible. It is a cool looking rulebook if you ask me, and everything's really clear inside. Get all these explanations, all the special powers as well for the guests, the families of monsters and so on, and the rules for the toolshed expansion. So the second book here contains all 11 scenarios for the Kickstarter version. Some of them we spoiled already online. So let me flip this real quick and you might have a few spoilers. Spoiler alert. And this one I'm probably going to keep the 11th one at least for when you actually receive your game. All right, there we go. And here comes the board for the toolshed expansion. Remember when I just told you some of these components weren't final? Well, what we have here is the wrong version of the toolshed board. And as you can see, the printing has been mirrored. So the artwork is a bit misplaced. So we would like to show you everything here, what goes well and what needs to be fixed. Good news is though, this has already been fixed for the actual production. I'll set this up in a few seconds. Now, last but not least, let's check out all these punch boards. We got 3 of them for the Kickstarter version, only 2 for the retail version, obviously. And these ones actually hoard more than 270 markers, which is going to be quite some time to actually get all of them out. So you get all these character tokens and markers. Ooh, didn't mean to do this. This one will be used for a scenario. Let's have a look at the other ones. So many tokens. A few brain and meat tokens, a bonus just in case you lose some of them. And here you actually get the main one with all the meat tokens. The brain tokens and all these big ones here are for the scenarios as well. So without further ado, let's punch this out and see what it looks like. There you have it, Monster Slaughter is ready to play. Before I say goodbye, I'd like to thank you all for your amazing support during the Kickstarter campaign and obviously the months following. We're so proud of this game and we can't wait to get your feedback. Definitely check out our Facebook page to keep track of Monster Slaughter and all our upcoming games. Thank you for watching the video. Have fun, monsters. Halloween is near.